Welcome to A Song of Ice and Fire Symposium. My name is Nav, and my pronouns are they, them.
And my name's Harmit, and my pronouns are Hershey, like the chocolate.
And this is A Dance with Dragons. Or is it A Dance with Rats? Chapters 12 and 13. Reek and Bran. In these chapters,
Theon is barely hanging on, and the three-eyed crow has been ready to go.
welcome to the podcast, everyone. So, Harmit, who died and or undied in these chapters?
I'm shooting daggers at you, I hope you know. You can't tell through the screen.
I am looking out the window and I know
the amount, not to get off task already, but the amount of fucking times I was like, this bitch did not die, and you were like, who got fucking decapitated? What do you mean it didn't die? The amount of fucking gaslighting you gaslit me.
To be fair, I only doubled down on just straight up saying he's dead. Once we had a deep discussion, I think in book 3, about the fact that he, at some point we were like, let's decide, is he or isn't he dead? And I think at that point we came to a conclusion of dead. And since then, I've been just feeding that conclusion.
But I feel like that conclusion was probably aided by your initial gaslighting.
But also, is Theon not dead?
Well, yeah, but still.
This is Reek.
But come on. The bodily form, and he's getting him back into Theon shape. Is it the
bodily form of Theon? Is it?
Not quite, but a little bit.
I would like you to do a compare and contrast.
Okay.
Find the differences in these pictures, if you will.
Theon's life form is not dead. And that is what I was referring to. Was I saying Theon's gonna be the same after? No. I was like, hey, I don't think that this body is, in fact, dead. Or as the TikTok kids say, unalive. Okay? That's what I was saying. And you were like, you're stupid. He got decapitated.
Listen, I can guarantee you I never said that.
Okay. The vibes are there, okay? That was the implication. Because one time I remember you straight up were like, I don't know where you're getting this from. He literally told us he was the amount of, and also this is so after the Arya thing, I guess this happened before the Arya thing, so maybe this should have been my look back and make sure that everyone we thought was already dead was not in fact dead sort of thing. Anyway, hold on. What the question you asked is, okay, so that's my answer for who's not dead. Who's dead? That's me reversing the tally, if anyone was keeping score.
There's other few undead in these chapters as well.
Hold on. Well, we thought Reek was dead, right? So I guess technically Reek is still here in one form. I guess Reek was never Reek. Reek was always someone else. Right?
Well, there was a Reek, but he was killed before, any of these people, events. Okay. Even, yeah.
Oh, okay, yes, right. Reek. Okay, yes. What was I saying? Who else died? Hold on. Or who? Well, Jojen is, half an inch away from death.
Mm-hmm. You sure he's not dead?
Shut the fucking hell up, bro.
And it's not just his ghost. I mean, it does say many times that his skin is white.
Yeah.
As a ghost.
He's about to die. That's how bodies work, genius. When you're about to die and one of the reasons you're about to die is fucking hypothermia, you're gonna be white.
I love it. Okay, listen, but how could I not preserve this?
No,
what would you have done in my position? Tell me that.
I don't care. This is not my time for empathy. This is my time to riot. And that is what I'm going to do, okay? There is a time for empathy and there is a time for just going batshit. Okay, I have a question. Or no, I don't have a question. I have a thought. Wait, what was I gonna say? Hold on, wait. I'm so angry that it's all bubbling out. Give me 1 second to think. Okay, so... Oh, I have a thought. I have an observation that makes me very happy.
Oh, do you?
This is my way of taking back power against this series, okay? Everyone who he tries to trick us as being dead ends up not being dead. So I am just going to refuse to believe that anybody's ever dead. So basically,
does that apply to like Ned's not dead? Like,
oh yeah,
how far
absolutely.
back are we going?
It's just a matter of time before Ned shows up in some form. Before he shows up as a white, and before he's about to kill you, he's like, "I did warn you, winter was coming." I don't know what that voice is. I don't know why he's like a fucking Boston guy or something. Yeah, he and he has like ice somehow again, but he's not even killing you with ice, it's just for the aesthetic.
No, he's got ice made out of ice.
Yes! Oh my god, absolutely. Yeah, like, bro, none of these people ever die, so basically I don't need to be upset at anyone dying ever again. It's basically like, if Theon can come back, we're good. Cause like, especially cause like, also all of y'all bitches on the Discord who kept up the facade, literally, cause there were so many, I think that also convinced me eventually, because it was one of those things where I was like, sometimes, maybe this is my flawed reasoning and I need to stop doing this, but if people on the Discord are like, not harping on something, because if you're super harping on something, I'm gonna think something's suspicious, right? But if people are casually, all the time, sporadically sort of going like, oh yeah, you know, Theon dead, I'm assuming that's not them monitoring their speech around me. I'm assuming that's them kind of like, you know how people's like real opinions kind of leak into whatever their current opinion's supposed to be? Like sometimes I would ask a question and like, I feel like people probably had to hold themselves back from praising Jaime back in the day until I got to the point where I could, like, you know, those sorts of things. Like, I feel like there's certain things where, like, people's real opinions slip out. Like, there was, like, you know? So, I guess I just, with the Theon one, it kind of made me gaslight myself. Because I was like, oh, well, if everyone's casually acting like Theon's dead, it doesn't seem put on, you know? Little did I know that y'all are all fucking evil.
We're in cahoots.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played the game Chameleon. It's like a board game situation.
Bring this up.
And yeah, people need to hear about this. And I think that all of y'all who participated in this grand scheme of this book club that we have going on here, all y'all need to go play Chameleon because you'd all be good at it. We all need to, like, eventually one day in, like, the future, like, years from now, we're gonna have, like, a fan meetup, and we're gonna play Chameleon. And you're all gonna be so good at it, because you're all little evil
so you want
creatures.
Everybody to gaslight
No, everybody
you.
can play it without me. I don't need to be there.
You just want to be an observer?
This can just be a meetup with Nav, and I'm just there in the corner in a disguise.
Okay. But just think about, like, one day you're gonna go back and you're gonna listen to all of our recordings and you're gonna understand the true genius that I am in all of them. And the entertainment value my gaslighting brings to this podcast.
Sure. I'm sort of more at the point of, like, how dare you, fuck you, sort of. It's just, like, bro. And, like, bro. It's like, this is wild. This is wild. Also, like, this is so me-core. Getting the thing that, like, I had no reason to get. Like, there was no reason for me to believe that Theon was still alive. Other than, like, it makes sense that Ramsay would want to use. Okay, I guess there was reason. Okay, maybe I am smart. I wasn't just pulling shit out of my ass. Okay. I'm reverse engineering this. Guys, I was in fact being perceptive when I said that Theon is still alive, not stubborn for no reason. Yeah, that's the thing I'm going with. Anyway, wow, guys, I'm so smart. This is crazy.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, hold on.
So, was this better or worse than you being like, Reek is Ramsay in disguise, and this is gonna be Ramsay's redemption arc?
This is better and worse. It's worse because it's like, that would have been like, oh, like, there's not this other evil guy on the loose, you know, if he's getting a redemption arc. But it's better because I don't know how that would have even worked. I don't think I could forgive the guy who fucking sacked Winterfell and did all the shit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
I think so. Like, I'm not the only one to make you think that Theon was dead. Like, plenty of people thought Theon was dead, and then like 3 books later, literally, they read this.
I didn't even think about that.
Right?
Because for me, I had the fake hope that Theon was alive. Because even after we established he was dead, I would every once in a while bring it up and he'd be like, you know how Theon's still alive? Or you'd make a joke and make fun of me. I had that hope burning in my heart. Most people didn't. I think, at least.
Yeah, like, I think it just varied from person to person.
What did you think? During the show, is it similar? Like, were you like, oh,
I
he's
cannot
dead?
comment. I just cannot comment. I'm
okay,
sorry.
so the show is different.
Yeah.
Okay, when you read the book, like, you kind of had the show in mind, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so my experience is not like your experience or that of readers.
Okay, y'all, yeah, readers who had to read this shit 10 years later, hit us up. How did this make you fucking mad?
Yeah, also, so it's kind of like
Wait,
out
sorry,
of nowhere.
can I just finish a thought?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
you know that thought I brought up of like, oh, nobody's dead, so I don't have to worry about anyone dying? My point with that is that because this series is still unfinished, I can easily just be like, oh, he was gonna bring Ned back in book 7, he just didn't get there yet.
Right, so if anybody's not yet brought back by the end of this book, it's just because it hasn't happened yet.
Exactly. So, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, now I'm just picturing Ned White and Caitlin White.
Oh my god.
Catelyn.
Well, Caitlyn has already... yeah, why didn't we say...
I don't know. I think we
Catelyn
haven't said
has
her
already
name
come
in so
back.
long that we forgot how to say it.
No, not our girl. I mean, Catelyn has already come back. I don't think everyone's gonna have multiple forms of coming back. I think that if she dies in this form, like, she's cooked, and then
right,
if Ned...
but like you're saying Ned's gonna come back as a white as well. He's like an ice white and she's like the fire white. So then
Whoa.
they are the Song of Ice and Fire.
Whoa.
and whatever like kid they have as zombies is gonna be the prince that was promised.
Dude, that is exactly that is Azor Ahai. That is like that is the thing. Oh my god, and then there's gonna be a theory that it's actually Dany's unborn child as well. He just got transplanted into Ned and Catelyn.
It's okay.
What can't wait to like read all the Reddits.
Okay, what I was gonna say is the one thing that sucks about it, like having been so long, is that we forget what it was like in those Theon chapters.
True, yeah, because I think we had a discussion a couple chapters ago recently where we were like, or no, I think because we asked that person who wrote in.
Yeah,
and the last time we talked to them was like,
maybe it was Anna's email. I can't remember. There were 2 emails, but yes, it was very timely to have.
Yeah, exactly. Because we read that last episode, and then we had that discussion about like, I do remember exactly saying like, I get how this person can feel bad for Theon, and maybe I do too, but it's probably just because I haven't seen him in so long, so it's hard to hate him because it's not fresh. So yeah, it is like, yeah, but this is like, even though I don't remember the vibes of how much we hated him as much, this is still such a complete, like, because the thing was, okay, here's also the thing. I was like, oh, Theon's alive, right? And then because I was like, Theon's alive, as soon as we had, like, the first hint of, like, this whole chapter, I was like, is this Theon? Is this Theon?
I want to know exactly when first you got suspicious and when you knew.
Okay, we're completely flipping the order of this chapter, I see, but
it
it's
doesn't
okay,
matter.
No, I'm just laughing. Okay.
I want to know.
Okay, what were the boys, when the Walders came to get him, before the Walders came to get him, because there had only been like 2 pages, right?
Yeah.
And it was just kind of describing him eating the rat, so there was kind of no sense of what was going on. So I just kind of was like, who the fuck is this? I was still kind of thinking, is this Ramsay locked up? Is this a third guy? Is this a flashback? Like, I was still kind of struggling to put my finger on it, right? And I was kind of like, what's going on? But then as soon as he identified Big Walder, or no, Kate, before identifying Big Walder and Little Walder, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I can't tell a Frey from a peanut, you know? I didn't know this was Big Walder and Little Walder. I was like, guards, you know?
Sure, yeah.
But then, so where he says, like, both were squires, both were Walder Frey, Big Walder and Little Walder, and then he explains the funniness of it, again, whatever. The paragraph before that, he's like, Reek, my name is Reek, and they're like, do you know what your name is, whatever. That was where I was like, okay, so this isn't the real Reek, you know, because they're trying to convince him that he's Reek, and then he's like, in another life, he'd been someone else, and I wrote, who? And then so at that point I wasn't suspicious yet, but then in the next paragraph when they identified Big Walder and Little Walder, then I was like, are they gonna use him? I thought it was Theon, but they were gonna use that. At that point I was like, oh, I think it's Theon, because I think that they're bringing him out and they're gonna use him to like win over the North folk. Like it's gonna be Ramsay being able to be like, I didn't do anything, look, Theon did all of this and I have had him captured ever since, you know? So that was kind of my thought. And then there was when he's talking about the last time he tried to escape with Kira,
yeah.
Did
you remember who Kira was?
No, I didn't. It was very familiar. I knew it was someone that we'd met at Winterfell, but I didn't know who it was.
So I also kind of had to remind myself, okay, Kira, as far as I can remember, she's like a girl from like Winterfell, like around Winterfell.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And Theon had like made her his mistress. I don't know if she was a sex worker or if like what her like actual like works or life situation was, but then he also abuses her badly. I remember that. Was this like, okay, I think I'm remembering something different, but I do want to clarify. Do you remember in the show when they keep talking about that one inn that people should go to? Is she from there? This is I don't think so.
She's just like
I think
a girl
that's
at
a complete
Winterfell.
like show invention.
Okay, got it. So is it like he? Okay, and did he do this after he like captured Winterfell, basically?
Yeah, so he like takes over Winterfell and he makes her his sex worker. And then like later on, and then remember he sends Reek to go like get men. And then like /Ramsay comes back and is like, oh, and then like fights against Sir Roderick and all the like North people that were trying to get Winterfell back from Theon, and they come through and he's like, oh, you saved the day, you can have anything you want, and Reek is like, I want Kira, and he's like, you've lost your mind, and that's when he gets hit over the head and it's like fade to black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when he's describing the Kira story of like Kira and him trying to escape, he says at one point like Ramsay loved the chase, it had all been a game, and then in that same paragraph he says like he wanted him and Kira to split up, but then
that
Kira
he would bring back the Ironborn to save her.
Yeah, and I was like, at that point I was like, there's just no way this isn't Theon, right? And then they kept kind of like, and then when he brings him upstairs or out of the dungeons, he's like, oh yeah, as the Ramsay like is talking to the lords beside him and he's like, you know, as the Iron Men say,
what is dead never dies, but rises again stronger.
Yeah, and I just was like, who the fuck else could it be? It would have to be like an intentional, complete red herring of a chapter to then be like, this is some other bitch, you know? So yeah, I kind of was like, this is Theon, but I have no idea who those lords are. This is my inability. Okay. This is my inability to remember how I can't figure out descriptions. I don't remember who anyone looks like. So I don't know who was the guy who had one shoulder up and one shoulder, like, I don't know who this fucking bitch is. And he didn't, I don't think he said anything revealing. So maybe I think what I'll do after this is go look at the appendix because I didn't get a chance to do that. So maybe, I don't think the appendix is going to say like, this is the physical features, but maybe it'll just remind me of people who I forgot about. But yeah, I'm just assuming it's like Northly people he's trying to win over, because I think at this point Bolton's kind of lost favor, because we are also flashbacking, so I think it's also like Bolton's kind of lost favor with the people, especially Ramsay. Like nobody liked Ramsay, everyone was against Ramsay, and now
are we flashbacking? This is not concurrent with the other chapters in this book?
No, sorry, it's flashbacking compared to book 4.
Okay, right.
Like flashbacking,
like we're at the end of Storm of Swords.
Yeah, because when I think for this whole book, whenever I say now, in my mind, that's end of book 4.
Right.
So everything else just kind of is a flashback.
Okay. That kind of makes sense. All right. I feel, were you going to say something about it figuring out it's Theon, and then I cut you off and was like, tell me exactly when?
No, that was kind of just my point. Like, after that, I was basically convinced it was Theon. And then when Ramsay's like, look, it's, or when the Lord guy is like, it's
his ward. Yeah.
Stark's ward. I was like, okay, we're good. You know, this is
All
not
right.
some random bitch. Like,
Cool.
I will say though, this well, I guess I can say this after, but both of these chapters were like really disturbing, but like really interesting. Very intriguing, but disturbing is how I would describe both of these. They have very similar chaotic energies.
The reason I made us read some of those the 3 chapters is so that I could have these 2 chapters together, because I think that they fit together well.
No, they definitely do. And it's also like, it's just so weird. Like, these were like very short chapters. Like, they were both like 22 pages in total. And last time, the one chapter that we read was 20 pages.
Yeah.
But this was so much harder to get through than, like, it just, because these chapters kind of, like, were not, like, exposition set-up-y chapters, at least not to the same degree that other ones were. Like, these were very, like, shit is going on, we are finding shit out, like,
yeah.
So it just kind of was, like,
we're, like,
so
actually
intense.
into the book now.
Yeah, it was very, but sometimes George R. R. Martin, and, like, other books do this too, but it's the thing where, like, he flip-flops between exposition and interesting chapters, so he might still flip-flop, but this was certainly not exposition.
Right. Okay, so
I should
that's
probably
this
summarize.
chapter. Did you have feelings about Bran's chapter other than...
Oh, wait, LOL. Yeah, that did get kind of overshadowed, didn't it? Bran's chapter, it was very, like, I had a good time and I enjoyed it. It was, like, Bran's chapter was weird because it was simultaneously, like, calming, but also really distressing. Because, like, it was, like, so calming because we saw, like all the, the description of, like, the child of the forest lady, like, the description of the guy, like, the three-eyed crow, the boy, guy, I don't fucking, the Lord, I don't know what to call him. That boy, him, like, all the things, like, there was a lot of, like, very, like, it was very, like, nature, picturesque, like, very calming, but then it also was, like, we are being hunted by whites, and we might die, and Jojen might die, so it just was, like, a weird chapter, but I had a good time, it just was weird.
Okay, fair enough. I know we've already talked about them a lot, but just quickly summarize them, and then we can, like...
Okay.
I think going through them will be a lot easier now that we've done this upfront discussion. Okay. 3, 2, 1, Reek.
Reek is Theon. Disguise. Ramsay's keeping him under. Ramsay's gonna probably use him for a Ramsay's like, get me married, basically. I have theories about what that means, but yeah. He be eating rats. He be trapped. Morale be down. This is barely not Theon. There's lords. Ramsay's showing him off. Walder Frey's come to get them. Him. That's my summary.
Okay. All right. Next.
Bran. Fuck. What does Bran do? Oh, at the end of the chapter, they finally get to Three-Eyed Crow, and Three-Eyed Crow's like, I can't make you walk, but you are gonna fly. Whoa. They finally get there after, like, fighting through whites on a hill. They have to, like, go uphill. The end of the journey is getting harder and harder as they get closer and closer. He wargs into Hodor again. Jojen's dying.
Okay. All right. Well, that was like under 30 seconds for each, but I feel like you've run out of things to say, so we're just going to move on. Oh, okay. That was good.
It's like, you know, when you say the things that are top of mind, and then by the time you say the top of mind things, you lose the bottom of mind things. Yeah.
Okay. So, let's go to the bottom of the dungeons and get some thoughts.
Let's do it.
So we open up to a rather
The rat squealed as he bit into it.
Yeah, there were like, I had to put down my book like 5 times in this whole, not 5 times within this segment, but like, yeah, it was multiple other times during this entire chapter, and I have read this before, and I wanted to give you a trigger warning, but I didn't know what to even warn you against. It was just like triggered warning for everything, like
trigger warning, gore, trigger warning.
Just be prepared to be triggered, like.
Yeah, honestly, this was fine. I just kind of was like so caught up in like who the fuck is this that I was like, eventually we'll get there, right? I just have to sit. Like, it was chill. I wasn't like super distressed.
Okay, so as we now know, it's Theon, and he's been in the dungeons for a while. Later on, he's like, I was in there for at least half a year. And they're not feeding him regularly, at least.
Yeah.
He says the last time he ate was like 3 days ago. And I don't know if that's like the last time he caught a rat and ate it, or if he was actually fed and ate. Like, I have no idea.
Right. Yeah.
But he's been there for a while. He is in rough fucking shape. Like, throughout this entire chapter, it's basically a recounting of all the horrors that have fallen upon him. Like, how many fingers he's missing, how many teeth have been ripped out, and the tortures he's endured, and just it is
like Ramsay's you're like, I'm not gonna feed you, but you also can't catch a rat. You basically just have to sit there in the corner and not react or do anything or say anything.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when we're reading like Theon's chapters in book 2, where he's just so despicable. Like, there's not a strong enough word for like how much we hate him. And then you find him in this situation and you're like, well, sure, I wanted him to go to hell, but that's a little too literal this time.
Right.
Like,
yeah, totally. It's like, yeah. And I think it also, I don't know, it's hard because we hated him and now we pity him, but it's also just like, I wanted like rest for him. Like, I wanted him to go die in a hole, not to like be dying in a hole. You know, I wanted him to just be dead in a hole.
Already in a hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, he's got this rat that he's eating. That's his first meal in days. And he's not eating it well, first off, he's eating this rat like raw, but also just while it's alive. Like, but they're eating him alive, so it's eat or be eaten. That's his like literal words. And it's a terrible freaking situation. And so, as you said, he hears these like people approaching and he's like, oh no, please don't take away my rat, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, he's doing all that, and these two kids come up, and it's the Walder Freys. And he's like, hey, do you remember your name? And he's like, oh, what? No, I know there's a name. I just can't remember it. Because, like, yeah, just he's remembering all the torture. And the boys remind him that his name is Reek. And he's got this thing where, like, multiple times in this chapter, he says, my name is Reek. Or rhymes with leak. Or rhymes with peak. Or, like, he rhymes it with something to try to remember it.
Yeah. Clearly is not a good strategy for him because it's not working. Or maybe he's just not in a state to be playing brain games with himself.
Yeah, and this is when he's like, yes, that's my name. In another life, I had been someone else, but here and now, my name's Reek. I remember. Oh. And he remembers the boys, and this is when he's like, oh, this is Big Walder and Little Walder. Only big is little and little is big, and all of that.
Dude.
Yeah.
And also, like, before they get there, he's like, he kind of makes a mention of like, oh, there was other cells and other prisoners, and like, they're always making them scream. Yeah. Which, like, if they're treating Reek like this and like Ramsay, like, I'm sure, like, or they're treating Theon like this, I'm sure part of it is to like beat him down and like get him to be very submissive sort of thing. But like, also, like, I just worry what they're doing to everyone else, you know? Because I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, we don't know if he has it any worse or equally as bad as everybody, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's like this, the Dread Fort is aptly named, which I'm like, okay, their whole PR campaign. I'm going to name my house Dread Fort. My flag, a literal flayed human being. LOL. Oh, my lamp shade things, human hands. Like,
LOL.
Like, what is this?
I mean, I guess they're just
and people
all about...
just like okay, sure, like now they're in like, you know, they are the Wardens of the North and whatever, and they have been like a mighty house and whatever.
Yeah.
But they just, like, everybody else in the North just let them do this?
Right. They weren't like, hey, do you want to maybe change your whole vibe a little?
Right.
Yeah, I guess it just is like, it's also that bias that they have like towards old strong houses, and it's like they're like, well, we're not going to criticize you because we're going to criticize the ones trying to come in, like, you know.
But maybe we're just underestimating human beings, because there's literally, as we speak right now, people being interned in concentration camps and other people going there as tourists to these camps.
Right,
so
yeah. That's true.
Maybe human beings are capable of a lot of this bullshit and totally cool with it.
Right. Yeah.
Just, who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Anyway. So, when they tell him, you have to come with us, Lord Ramsay wants to see you, he's like, oh no, this is a trap. Because years ago, it seems to him, we don't know how long ago actually, he had run away with Kira. She had found keys somewhere, but like we now know that it was because Ramsay wanted to like organize a hunt for himself, basically. And they ran away, but they were hunted down. So when they were running away, he wanted Kira and him to separate so that at least one of them could get away, but she didn't. So then they both got caught, and she got killed. Is that the conclusion of that?
In a second, she scrambled up a hillside.
I'm pretty sure, like, it doesn't say, but I feel like she's dead.
Okay.
I don't think it says.
I don't know. Yeah, it definitely doesn't say.
Okay, so maybe she's also still being tortured.
Yeah, because he did say you must be punished.
I'm gonna hope she's dead.
Yeah, but you must be punished. I don't think she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he has reasons to keep Theon alive.
Right,
because
but not
Theon
her.
has, like, you know, political value of some kind, but
right.
I don't know.
But maybe
I
he
just
also
hope she's dead and not dealing with this.
Not to be that person, but I also feel like maybe he thinks she could have sway or something on Theon too. So maybe she's useful as a Theon bait.
Yeah, but he's already done that, so will Theon keep falling for it?
I don't know.
Either way. So they both get caught, and Theon is obviously very tortured after, like, before and after and during and all of it. So, Reek, my name is Reek. It rhymes with bleak. And he's trying to tell himself that, you know, Ramsay promised he won't hurt me as long as I obey and remember who I am. And yeah, and he says, even if I had wanted to resist, I don't have the strength anymore. The strength had been scourged from him, starved from him, and flayed from him.
There we go, I guess. Dude, that's so fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Ramsay, come on, bro.
Yeah, this is
like this is so like I don't even know if Theon would have done this, you know? I don't think Theon would have done this.
Probably not.
You know? Like, and like, why are we reaching new levels of just like
horrible monstrousness?
Horrible, yeah, like monstrousness, like just complete disregard for anything. Like, are you what? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So he at one point, like, in his own mind, calls Ramsay the bastard, and then has to be like, no, wait, that thought came unbidden, a vile thought, dangerous. His lordship was not a bastard anymore. Bolton, not Snow.
Dude.
And he's got to remember that. He's got to remember his name. He's got to obey.
He
this
forgot
is like
his own name, and he fucked himself up about it so much that he literally trips because he's so worried about forgetting his name for a second.
So they emerge out of the dungeons, and he doesn't quite know how long it's been, but it would have to be at least like 6 months. And at one point he's like, what if actually it's been years and I've gone mad and I've lost my life? But then he looks at the boys and he's like, yeah, but they would have grown by then. Like, they wouldn't still be boys if it had been that long. But then again, he falls back into, but what if these are not those boys, but these are their boys' boys? You know, like,
dude,
it's a messed up place to be in his head. And because he's looking at his own hands and they're like, all they are is skin and bones. And he's like, these are an old man's hands. It's got to have been years and years and years.
Oh my god.
Because let me remind you, starting of the series, he was 19. So he couldn't be more than in his early 20s.
Right. Oh, dude.
Yeah. And this is when they go into the Great Hall and we see the torches that have like rows of torches burned to left and right, grasped by skeletal human hands jutting from the walls. And I can only hope that they're not real human hands, but also I fear that they probably are.
Right. Ugh.
There's been a lot of human hand preserved decoration type things, because like remember Illyrio's got his like wife's hands in a jar somewhere.
Yeah, I forgot
like,
about that.
With this,
Illyrio and Bolton need to be friends, I guess.
Ugh. Okay, and then so there's a lot of people there. There's, you know, all of like Ramsay's favorites, as well as like other people from around the castle. But then there's also guests, and Theon can tell that. So he's brought up to the high table, and this is when we get descriptions of the two men. I will say that there are things of significance in these descriptions that give clues as to other things, but I don't think I want to tell you. Because it's obscure enough that, like, unless you have, like, a really good memory, you probably would have missed this, and this is one of those things you catch, like, going back, and you're like, oh, I see what's happening here. But you will find out eventually, so I'll just
the singular thought that I had about this that I'm not very confident in, because I think I'm interpreting it wrong on purpose just so I have a thought, is hold on, like the first guy with the white beard and the face as hot as a winter frost, he's wearing bear skin, and I was like, what if this is one of the Mormonts, because they're the bears?
Are there any Mormont guys left around?
I don't think so. And also they're one of the few that are like staunchly on our side.
Yeah, I mean,
so this would be a big
Lyanna
betrayal.
Mormont did send that letter that was like,
yeah,
the only king I know is the king in the north named Stark. So
that's why I'm like, I don't even think this means anything. I think
bear skin is just because it's like getting cold, so they need warm.
I know. That's why I said I'm interpreting it wrong on purpose.
That is not the description of significance in this. Okay, but that's fine. I like that you're
talking
thinking
about
though.
the ringmail Bernie, but that doesn't give me. That doesn't make me think of anyone. Bernie?
What's a what?
The ringmail Bernie.
Okay, I don't know what a Bernie is.
Like the fucking, isn't it the thing around your neck?
Oh, so it's just like, why is he wearing armor at a dinner table?
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that that's the only thing that I feel like could even mean something. Like maybe a lot of people, like maybe there's only a few people who we've met where it's been like described that they wear that constantly or something. Okay. Or maybe it's like, I don't even know what I mean
I don't
by
think
that.
It's worth dwelling. Let's move on.
Okay.
Ramsay's also wearing fancy clothes, including like an earring that's shaped like a drop of blood.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's too much. It's too much.
He can't. Here's my thing, right? You know when you're like watching Disney or something? I feel like Disney is one of the biggest people who do this, right? Like when you're watching Disney stuff and like the villains will be like super high-end fashion and like cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll be the super fashionable ones. That's fine with me as long as it's not the villains that are like pure evil. Like, you know, like when Ursula's like fashionable. I don't
know if this is fashionable so much as just like richly made.
I know, but it's still like he's trying to be like high fashion, you know? Like,
sure.
I don't know. They don't have to succeed for them to have attempted, you know? But like for me, I'm fine with that because it's usually not villains that are like evil. Or like, even if they're evil, they're like funny or something. So you kind of forget that they're evil, you know? Like Ursula, when Ursula's like all purple and she's got her like interesting looking gowns and like fun jewelry.
Right.
Ursula was a little bit wronged. Like, she's one that you can kind of sympathize with, you know? So it's very like, I'm not like, why the fuck is this villain fashionable, you know? But with Bolton, it's just like, I feel like someone needs to like be like, you are not allowed to ever wear an earring or even try. Like, I feel like that needs to be taken from him.
Even Theon is like, yeah, he's wearing all this fancy stuff, but he still can't quite, yet for all the splendor of his garb, he remained an ugly man. So, like, that's literally what it says.
That. Yeah, that was kind of fun when he said that.
The one thing of note about his description is that he's got his dad's eyes, which are, like, small, close-set, queerly pale, ghost gray, some men called the shade. But in truth, his eyes were all but colorless, like 2 chips of dirty ice. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
These are some good insults. I like this.
Yeah. Okay. So this is when Reek's like, oh, yeah, have you met... No, sorry, not Reek. Ramsay's like, have you met Reek, my sour old friend? He's been with me since I was a boy.
Ugh.
And the lords are like, wait a second, we heard that he was killed, and this is when he's like, the Iron Man will tell you that what is dead may never die, but rises again harder and stronger. And one of the guys is like, is there some reason you must needs inflict him upon us whilst we're eating? I liked that phrasing. I don't know. I feel like I want to say this at one point, like,
right,
like the two of us are out to dinner, and then you tell me something that I don't want to hear, and I'm like, is there a reason you must needs inflict this upon me while we're eating? I'm gonna totally say that to you.
That is absolutely you, Core.
I love like overcomplicated sentences with like old timey verbiage.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Oh God. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, and the other one is like, this is the guy in the male Bernie. I read this chapter, but I think I just like not corrected, but just like did not pay attention to the word Bernie at all. So when you were saying Bernie, I was like, Bernie Sanders? Like, what are you saying, Bernie?
Wait, I need to know. Male
what is a Bernie?
Oh, LOL. It's a
is
male
it a shirt.
shirt. It's a shirt. I thought it was the fucking like neck thing.
Isn't the neck thing like a gorget?
I'm sure you're right.
But I think that's solid metal. That's not like male.
Bestie, you're asking the wrong person. I remember one time I asked a question of the week, and I was like, guys, what's your favorite word like this series has made you learn? Because I feel like there's so much like medieval stuff that like I think I barely understood like how cannons work not cannons, because they don't be using cannons that much but like I barely understood like like swords,
like crossbows or whatever.
Yeah, like certain shit. And not to say that now I do, but I just hoped that like other people would have, you know? And then like people were like, oh yeah, this was my first time learning what like chain and link, whatever, like people were saying the randomest shit. But for me, I reflected on the question and I was like, there's not actually much I've learned that I've retained. Because I feel like every once in a while I read a chapter and I'm like, okay, I do really need to know what this is. Like if they keep mentioning the same thing over and over, I'm like, okay, this is important. But usually when they say like the gorget, I'm like, it's part of the attire, accept it and move on. Like those are just things, because the thing is, and it's not that I'm not curious about it, the problem is that I can't be looking up the same shit every chapter. At some point, if it's not gonna stick in my mind, I have to let go of it.
You should just like make like a little vocabulary list for yourself.
The problem is, bro, I swear they're using new words every chapter, and that would be like a 200-word list just for items that a knight can wear, bro.
Fair enough. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so the guy with the Bernie is like, oh, look again. His hair's gone white and he's 3 stones thinner, but this is Stark's ward.
Okay, so this is someone who I'm supposed to probably, like, if I were to be able to figure this out, it would be, I've seen this person visiting Theon, or not, like, visiting
Or
Ed
Winterfell
when
at
Ed was
some point.
alive.
Yeah,
but I don't
possibly.
remember. And I remember, like, seeing people visit. I just don't remember the specifics of who visited in the first book when Ned was still there,
Right.
you know?
It's okay. Don't stress about it.
Okay.
But the one thing they remember about him is that he was always smiling. So much so that, do you remember he named his horse Smiler?
Oh, yeah.
But now, he smiles less often.
Ugh.
And also,
I
he's
may
missing
have
quite a
broken
few
some
teeth.
of his pretty white teeth. Oh.
Yeah.
This bitch. Anybody who gets me to feel bad for Theon, evil bitch.
Yeah. And the guys are like, oh, well, you should just kill him. What's the point of this? And he's like, well, I've got to work for him. I mean, he was bad, but like, no. Okay. Redo all of that. The guy is like, you should have slit his throat. A dog who turns against his master is fit for naught but skinning. And Ramsay's like, oh, I assure you he's been skinned. And this is when Theon goes into, oh my god, yes, I was bad. I deserved it. Just please don't do it again.
Oh.
And this is where we learn that he would flay his fingers to a point where he begged him to cut them off. And one time he tried to eat it off, and that was not good. So he took his toe. And now he jokes about evening out his feet and taking equal amounts of toes and fingers and stuff, and it's just
it's all terrible.
Yeah, it's just very bad. And the guys are like, okay, what the fuck is this? Let's kill him and be done with it. And Ramsay's like, actually, I have things for him. And he's like, so Reek, do you know that I'm gonna be getting married real soon? I'm marrying Arya. And obviously, Theon flashes back to Arya and all of that. And he's like, oh, yeah, Arya. And so she's going to be the Lady of Winterfell. And he's going to be the Lord of Winterfell. And Theon congratulates him and is like, I'll sure do whatever you want. And I keep calling him Reek. Ramsay is like, I need you at my wedding. But before that, I have a task for you. We must take you out of that vile dungeon, scrub you up, give you some clean clothes and some food. I have a little task for you, and you'll need your strength back if you're to serve me. And Theon is like, yes, I am your Reek. Whatever you need, let me serve you. And Bolton's like, yeah, I'm riding to war, Reek. You'll come with me and help me fetch my bride. So...
what on earth, bro? Okay, wait, before we get into, like, what does this mean?
Yes.
Before we get into
the
that...
words right out of my mouth.
Before we get into that, when he's thinking about Arya, he's like, oh, yeah, Arya. And then he's like, he at one point thought that Ned would marry him to Sansa.
I think that's, like, one of his, like,
his son.
daydreams, you know? He'd be like, oh, he would make me his real son, and I would marry Sansa because she's so pretty. Like, you know how he used to just, like, be like, I want to fuck everyone?
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Oh, God, I forgot that was his, like, main personality trait. But it was never, like, hopeless romantic, I want to fuck everyone. It was always, like, abusive, I want to fuck everyone energy.
Oh, yeah, but the romantic part was, like, wanting to be Ned's son, right? Because his whole trauma is he has no family. He's got daddy issues, you know, all that.
Oh, yeah, bro. This is wild.
And the fact that he never went to see his mom when he had the chance still irks me, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Okay, so what
does
this
this
mean?
Okay, I have thoughts, but it's not enough thoughts, so I'll give you what I got, and then you tell me. Okay. Okay, wait, sorry. First thought. This is a little bit unrelated. At the end of the Theon chapter, why did we think that he lost his head? Was he like, I got decapitated, chapter was over? Like, what? How was it written? Can you find that for me while I give you my thoughts?
Yes, I will find that.
Okay. Because I just want to know why we were so certain that he got decapitated. And now he seems to have a head, and it seems to be the fingers and toes that he's losing, and teeth. You know, he's never complained about, like,
I will look that up Give me your other thoughts.
Like, he's never been like, gee, it's been hard to think since I lost the whole left hemisphere. Like, you know, like, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, my first thought, my, like, logical thought is maybe he suspects that he's being conned. Like, he doesn't trust, like, the Cersei, Tywin sort of whole thing. Because, okay, wait, remind me, they don't all know it's a scheme, right? Like, only Tywin and
we don't
know
lying? Who knows it's a scheme.
Okay, we had theories.
We
like,
know
it could be
that
either way.
Jaime knows because that's from whom we found out. And obviously, like, Tywin and Cersei and them know because, like, they know they don't got Arya.
Okay, but we don't know if he's, like...
We don't know if Bolton knows. We don't know if Ramsay knows. We don't know that.
I think that it's, like... I don't think Tywin told them the truth because I don't think Tywin tells some random ally everything. It wouldn't make sense to me for him to be like, when we definitely don't have Arya, you know, like, I don't think he would show his cards like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would be like, yeah, sure, we can give you Arya. Just give me a second, you know, like,
right.
But, where did they get this girl again? Because Jaime saw where she was, like, who was part of the scheme? Who found this girl? I forget where she was from again.
We don't know.
Oh, like Jaime just sees her on her way?
Well, yeah, he sees her on her way and she's like, hey, Jaime, I'm Arya, remember me? And he's like, yeah, you're definitely not Arya. Have fun.
Got it. Okay, cool. Like, I guess my question is, were the Freys part of that? Could the Freys know?
I don't know.
Okay. Because for some reason...
Yeah, because you never quite figured out. Like,
okay.
I was like, guess
like
who this is? And you're like, oh.
Okay. Because when Jaime saw Arya, who was Arya being escorted by? Was it the Freys? That's what I thought.
Sorry. Say that again.
Like, he didn't just see Arya walking down the lane by herself, right? Like, who was taking Arya? Was it the Freys?
Oh, it was some dude. It was not a Frey.
Oh, okay.
It was it was some dude that Jaime knew. I think it was one of the Lannister. Oh, no. I think it was one of the Boltons. Not Bolton, like Bolton, but one of his people.
Got it. Okay.
Nope. I figured it out. It was one of Bolton's people. It was the one that, I was going to say walked, but took Jaime back to King's Landing. I don't remember his name.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Same guy that took Jaime and Brienne to King's Landing. Remember that?
Okay.
I don't remember
Brienne take Jaime and other guy? Oh, no. That was on the way. That was, yes. Then they got captured and yes. Okay. Got it. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. Because I was thinking maybe because, like, through proximity, the Freys could have figured it out and then alerted Ramsay. But anyway, I think Ramsay is just smart. I think he's evil, but he's smart. So I think he's suspicious that it's not actually Arya. And I think Theon is one way that he can confirm whether it's Arya or not. So then he's gonna, like, use Theon. And also...
to confirm that it's Arya.
Yeah, but... Theon could also be like a trading chip. Like, he could use, like I said, he could put in blame on him, give him to the enemies who want him. Yeah, but why do they need to go
fetch her? Like, isn't she coming to them anyway?
Maybe, I don't know, he wants to figure out if it's her, and if it's not her, where's the real Arya?
Think
or
geopolitical.
Okay. Well, like, people are gonna kill him if he himself goes to get her?
No, think of the geography of where she might be. And what the politics are in that situation.
Like, she's in, like, the Riverlands, right? That's where Jaime was, where he saw her.
No, he saw her in King's Landing, leaving.
Oh, LOL. Okay, so she's
But that was at, like, the end of book 3, so, like...
Okay. Are we worried about, like, the Iron People? So we need Theon to... Because the Iron People took over, like, the other north areas and stuff? Like, that's why?
Right. Could be.
Okay, so I guess Theon's also, like, a... Hey, guys, I'm like... But then how... I guess my question is just, like, how would that work? Like, they're gonna know that either Theon has betrayed them again. Like, it's not like Theon's coming back to them. Or is the scheme, like, he has to go, like, get on their side again and then betray... Like, is he gonna go be a mole or something? Like... What's going on? Like, are we getting the girl through? Like, I don't know what the plan is. But, okay, I guess that makes sense. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I ride to work. Okay, where is he? Who is he warring with? Like, is he warring with Stannis? Is he gonna turn on Cersei? Is he warring with the Ironborn? So that's just, it's like the same plan. The ride to war and fetch home my virgin bride is same plan. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I also had a chaotic thought.
Yeah.
I don't think this is it, but I'm just going to say it. I was like, oh my god, what if he doesn't mean Arya? What if he knows it's the fake Arya? So now instead he's like, I'm going to marry your sister Asha, or I'm going to marry Dany, or like something. What if he has his sights set elsewhere?
Okay, interesting.
But I don't think that's it.
I don't know. Okay, first off, I don't even know if he's heard of Dany. In terms of Asha, I don't know if that's politically advantageous for him.
But maybe he wants to, like, get with the Ironborn, and then he can take over the King's Landing and stuff, too.
Asha herself is not in a position of power with the Ironborn.
I see, yeah. Oh, yeah, she, like, went into hiding or whatever. Or something like that.
We just never heard from her after the Kings moved, basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's the way they gave us one Asha chapter, and then they were like, bye.
Yeah. Okay, so I found the end, the last Theon chapter and the end of it. This is when, Ramsay has just shown up, and Theon's like, yeah, you can have the kennel girl, like they're just giving people away. And he's like, no, she smells of dog shit. I've had enough of bad smells as it happens. I think I'll have your bed warmer instead. What do you call her, Kira? Are you mad? Theon said angrily. I'll have you. The bastard's backhand caught him square, and his cheekbone shattered with a sickening crunch beneath the lobstered steel. The world vanished in a red roar of pain. Sometime later, Theon found himself on the ground. He rolled onto his stomach and swallowed a mouthful of blood. Close the gates, he tried to shout, but it was too late. The Dreadfort men had cut down Red Rolf and Kenned, and more were pouring through the river of mail and sharp swords. There was a ringing in his ears and horror all around him. Black Lauren had his sword out, but there were already 4 of them pressing in on him. He saw Ulf go down with the crossbow bolt through the belly as he ran for the Great Hall. Maester Luwin was trying to reach him when the knight on a war horse planted a spear between his shoulders and swung back to ride over him. Another man whipped a torch around and round his head, and then lofted it towards the thatched roof of the stables. Save me the phrase, the bastard was shouting as the flames roared upward, and burn the rest. Burn it all. The last thing Theon Greyjoy saw was Smiler, kicking free of the burning stables with his mane ablaze, screaming, rearing. I don't know.
Where was the decapitation?
I don't remember either. I don't remember a lot of this.
Yeah, hold on. I'm so confused.
Did we say he was decapitated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wonder if this was like during like somebody retelling this story and they said he took his head or something like that.
You know what I think happened?
What?
Fuck me. I think this was on me. I know where the joke started.
Okay.
I think what happened, I'm not sure because I didn't remember this until I tried to, so it could be fake. But I think that maybe I was trying to say that he was decapacitated, and then I said decapitated, and then we made it a joke. Like, you were like, what, he lost his head and he's still alive?
You know what? That is 100% what happened.
But then, like, I didn't.
That.
I think I was like I think in the moment, in the moment you just don't get what someone's trying to say to you. And I was like, what the fuck are you yapping about? He's decapacitated. But then I didn't get that what I was saying and what I was thinking were not the same thing. Like, it just.
This must have been like 3 years ago.
This
I don't know.
Was so long ago. So I think.
But I remember you saying decapitated and me being like, oh, so he's walking around with his head.
Yes. And then I
Without
think because we had that extensive conversation,
it just became decapitated.
Yeah, I forgot what actually happened and that I was trying to say decapacitated. Like, I was like, oh, I was saying decapitated because he lost his head. I guess he's dead if he lost his head.
Okay, so that's one thing. One accusation I can be free of then. I'm so glad you remember that because I would.
So
not
did
have.
I accidentally?
Because I also remembered us somehow just like becoming.
But then why
you
didn't
then
you at least...
gaslit both of us into then just believing that he had been decapitated?
Yeah, Kate, yeah, because I was going to ask you, was it just part of the gaslighting? You were like, this is the easiest way to gaslight her? Or was it just like you literally didn't remember that it wasn't a head thing? Like a head injury or something?
It wasn't a head thing at that time, but once you said decapitated, and I made that joke about you thinking he's still alive despite being decapitated,
you started thinking about it that way.
It just both of our minds were just like, that's what happened now.
Why did okay, listeners who have been following us since then, did you guys just think it was funny, or did you also just like, you were like, I don't know why they're always joking about his head falling off? Like, what did you think
did
was
they
happening?
Also fall into the same like
Mandela's effect,
Mandela effect,
you know?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Or like, I don't, yeah, because genuinely, I think that's what happened. It's so funny
like
to
we
me
said
that
it so often that listeners also were like, yeah, that's definitely what happened.
I think it became a crackpot theory again. Once again, why do I have so many things? You know what, Kate? This is also little side note. This is also a thing for me where like I think something happens between the way that I understand things and the way that they get like coded in my memory. Like, for example, a bunch of idioms, I'm always inventing my own idiom. Like, instead of like...
Didn't you call it the shiniest tool in the shed?
Yes, I did!
At one point, and I was like, I don't know what I was doing, and then it just came to me and I just laughed to myself randomly, remembering you calling it the shiniest tool.
Okay, but that's the thing. Here's the thing. Sometimes it's accidental. Okay, most of the time it's accidental. Sometimes it's intentional. But of the times that it's accidental, there is a proportion of the time where it is like, it's like not, it's accidental, but it's like, it's accidental, but it still makes sense. And then when I figured out that even though it was the wrong one, I like it better than the original. So somewhere, like, shiniest tool in the shed, I actually do really like that because it means something different, but it still works. So stuff like that, like, I feel like, so every time I say an idiom, I always have a moment where after saying it, I'm always like, was that actual or did I invent that version? Because I do it so often. So anyway,
our collective hallucination has been debunked now. He never lost his head. That was just something we thought of.
Yeah, it basically is the thing of like when you say one thing.
See, how I justified it in my head was like, I thought like you know how I retconned it in my own brain, like once I started believing that we were going to the decapitated thing, is that he was hit real hard on the head, and then you just like the last sentence is like the axe falling, like in Arya's
the Arya
chapter.
One. Did we also mix up the Arya memories with Theon memories?
I think so. I think they just like, you know, it's like that axe falling on her head, his head. It's just all,
all the memories. That's so funny though. It really is like, it's so funny we can convince ourselves of, like, you know, when you're so certain that you said one thing and everyone beside you is like, no, you said this.
Mm-hmm.
That like with the decapacitated thing, absolutely. Like, I
also,
didn't
even incapacitated.
No, it is decapacitated.
Okay,
for sure. Let me see. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna cry, because how did I come up with a whole convoluted misunderstanding for several years and the word wasn't even right? Hold on. Okay, no, decapacitate is a word. We're good. Okay, and then what's is incapacitate a word? Wait, incapacitate is also a word. Oh, they're slightly different. Okay. Incapacitate is prevent from functioning in a normal way. Decapacitate is reduce someone's ability to do something. What?
So incapacitate is like completely you cannot do it. Decapacitate is you can do it, but it's a lot harder now to do it.
Okay. Oh, yes, you're right. Okay. Dude, that's so funny.
Okay. All right. In this episode of the English Oxford Dictionary.
Stop. That's so funny. Anyway, yeah, guys, be so careful
from Bernie's to decapacitation.
From Bernie Sanders' 2025 book, apparently. Yeah, I think everyone be so careful if someone tells you you said something that you don't think you said, you might have just said it. You might have fucked up. Because genuinely, that whole conversation, I remember, like, I didn't even know how to ask you because I was just so, you know when you're too confused to clarify?
Yeah.
It was that. Because I just was like, why are you assuming that I think he got his head chopped? Like, I just did not. And it's so
you
funny
didn't
because
realize you had said decapitate.
yeah, I didn't realize I'd said it wrong. And then literally now 3 years later, it's
coming
me.
to you, but like in the right moment. So I think it's
exactly.
all good.
Okay,
redemption.
This is so funny. This is
for
so
both
funny.
of us.
Yeah, literally. Anyway, we totally just believed that he had his head chopped off for like 3 years.
Okay, so...
Because I even remember saying to you once, I was like, you know, it's like when you're a chicken and your head gets chopped off and you can still move around.
I might have said that to you when you said decapitated.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, so he's just running around like a chicken without a head? Like,
that's so funny.
That sounds like something I would say.
That's so funny.
Can
anyway, that's my theory.
Yes,
sorry.
So he needs Theon to verify her identity and or convince the Ironborn and or war. I don't know.
Yeah. When in doubt, and or war.
Yes. That sounds like Andor, like the show.
Oh yeah, it
does. Okay. I think that's everything. Right?
Yeah,
let's move on.
That's everything. Let's do it.
Okay. So Bran. They have gotten there, basically. They can like see it. They're at the finish line almost. But it's like an uphill finish line. And it's like this hill and there's like a cave halfway up and that's where they need to go. But like it's like Mira's like it's like 1,000 yards. Like so it's like a kilometer uphill. Dude. Basically. Right? That's approximately 1,000 yards. And Jojen is not doing too well. And they're worried about like Cold Hands is like there's something evil here. Like it's unnaturally cold here. And they can't see anything. They're like, yeah, it snowed a while ago, but it's not snowing anymore. Like there's no footsteps, there's nothing. Like, we're fine. It's cool. It's only 1,000 leagues. And Bran's like, yeah, but it's all uphill. And we just got to get to that cave. Because the cave is warded. So the White Walkers, whatever, they can't get in. And neither can Cold Hands. But at least he can help them get there. Yeah. So they start going up. Mira is really like... They haven't eaten in days. Their elk died, so they've been walking for a while. And the elks died like 12 days ago, and the meat sustained them for like a week, but they haven't eaten in almost a week. So that's not good. And yeah, so Mira's basically been like dragging Jojen while Hodor's carrying Bran, and they're being led by Cold Eyes here. And also they've been losing Cold Eyes. Did I say Cold Eyes?
Yeah, you did.
I meant
That's
Cold
so funny.
Hands.
I like
I'm sorry,
though.
with the three-eyed crow and the cold hands and just everything is getting.
Yeah. Oh my god. And the hands on Bolton's wall, you know.
Yeah. So you remember how they had like a whole... Is it a murder of ravens as well? Because it's a murder of crows?
I think so, yeah.
So they had a whole large murder of ravens with them, but now it's been reduced to like only a dozen. They kept vanishing along the way, and there were fewer and fewer of them every day. Like, what is that about? Like, because like these ravens are, we can tell, like they were guiding them. Like, so these ravens are sentient in some way, or like being controlled in some way.
Yeah.
So did they choose to leave, or were they like hunted down?
I think they were hunted by the white people.
Yeah.
White people.
As it be.
I mean, if there's hunting going on, it's probably white people. In this universe, the whites.
Yeah. And... Okay, and then so they start going up, Hodor and Bran.
Also, I didn't realize the White Walkers didn't make footprints, snow prints.
Yeah, I think we might have read about that in the prologue, like way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But what turns out to be there's no White Walkers here. There's whites, and they're just under the snow. So they like went and laid down, let it snow on top of them, and then like ambush them, right?
Grand
so I think
entrance.
the whites do create footprints because it's still like just,
Right.
it's corporal. They're corporal, but just undead.
I see.
Okay, so Cold Hands starts leading the way. Hodor follows with Bran, and like a paragraph later, only 80 yards left, like from 1,000 to 80. Like they make good progress, and it's not until then that they start getting attacked, when Summer suddenly stops and he can smell something's wrong. And Bran's like trying Hodor to be like, hey, calm down, dude, we gotta go back. But Hodor is just like, I'm going. And this is when something, like one of the undead, grabs his leg, and Hodor, like in his panic to get it off, like falls backwards and down the hill and almost like crushes Bran. And also, as he's going up, he's creating like a small avalanche behind him from the snow he's moving. Like this is before he even falls. And I'm like, Mira's coming up right behind them.
Oh my god.
This,
Yeah.
Nobody thought about this. So, okay, Hodor falls and Bran gets like rolls away, and then he like comes to with like a handful of Hodor's hair that he torn, which just on top of everything,
Yeah, fucked up.
Yeah, and there's like countless. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4. He lost count. Like first off, Bran, I'm sure you can count longer than 4, but like we don't have a good sense of how many, but a lot basically.
Yeah.
They start ambushing them from all over, and Bran is getting like okay, I forget like the details, the chronology of this exactly. Yeah, so he tries to like fight back with snow, but obviously nothing's happening, and then he's like he's trying to crawl up, and he's like, if I can just make it, I'll be safe, and he's trying to crawl up to the cave. It's not quite working. Summer's trying to like save him.
Yeah, because there's a specific one coming after him.
Exactly. And then he's like in the middle of crawling, he wargs into Hodor. It feels like, obviously it's against Hodor's consent, but it also doesn't seem like Bran means to do it. It just happens.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, I guess it's just because he hasn't learned to control it, or like, I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he's done it too much that it just...
It's like instinctive, like any time he's in danger. Yeah. So he finds himself inside Hodor, and then he's like starts fighting with Hodor's sword as Hodor, and he's like, it's interesting. Like even when Bran's inside Hodor, all Hodor says is Hodor.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah. And Mira, so he like Hodor has slid way back to where like Mira is, and Mira and Hodor start fighting together, and then going up, and Hodor's like, as Hodor, he's ushering her up the hill, and he's gotten he picks up Jojen and starts taking him up the hill as well.
Yeah,
and then like in the middle of all of this. Hodor. He wondered what Mira would think if he would suddenly tell her that he loved her. This is so...
I was like, what the fuck is it... Because we know, like, Bran kind of was like, wow, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
But is this Hodor coming out? Or
is like, why is he thinking about this when he's in Hodor? Or is he just like, oh, Hodor only says Hodor, so it would be shocking if he said something different? Or
I don't know. This was a weird random detail in the middle of the chapter, and I was so confused.
This does not belong here.
It felt so random. Like, I don't know if it was like he saw her fighting and she looked really hot fighting sort of vibe, but like,
this
he doesn't
feels
say
like an
that.
accidental copy paste.
Yeah, like I don't know what George R. R. Martin quite was trying to do.
I want to reach out to our listeners for this one. Please interpret and tell us what's going on.
Like, was it, like, the only thing I can think of is, like, maybe Jar Jar, because you know how, like, when he gets to the cave, like, the other people are, like, he's alone? So maybe it was just George R. R. Martin's attempt to, like, maybe before we never see Mira again, be like, remember how Bran liked her? But why would he need us? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to remind us one more time, and he couldn't pick a casual way to do it. So he made this terrible way to do it.
It's very out of place. It
just was weird. But also, before he wargs into Hodor, he notices that a few of the whites are wearing black, and he's like, oh my god, they were right. The Night's
It's a mix of, like, Night's Watch people, free folk, and just whoever.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, this could be one of your homies who went to the wall and you didn't even know.
Yeah, so then as they're walking up, he realizes that there's, like, flaming figures dancing in the snow, and he realized someone set the whites on fire. And earlier, as he was crawling towards the cave, he had noticed that there was a little bit of fire there. And and he sees someone, and he's like, is that Arya? Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
And he's like, it can't be, but it very much in his mind looks like Arya. Which would have been, like, such a wild, like, imagine if it had been Arya, right?
Reunion.
Yeah. So it's later on we learned that it's this this child of the forest woman person who has set them on fire. And what's happening though is that one of the ones on fire is, like, right on top of Bran and his body, and Summer is trying to keep it away, but, like, Bran, Sam. Summer and Bran became Sam for some reason. Bran is in danger of getting caught on fire, but then some snowfall, like, what happens exactly? It was like
the nearest tree shook off the snow that covered it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
so
okay,
just kind of gets protected.
Is that accidental, or is this tree moving, like, sentient? Like,
yeah, it seemed. I just assumed it was part of the Children of the Forest girlie's job. Like, not job, but, like, what she did. I just assumed she just made the tree move.
Like, the tree
That's what I thought.
On its own didn't move.
I didn't think of that. I thought it was her.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. But, yeah, so he gets buried, and then the next thing he knows, he's inside the cave, lying on a pine of needles. No, on a bed of pine needles, on a pine of needles. What does that even mean? And Mira's like, yeah, the snow hid you, I pulled you out, and this is the person who saved us. And it was a woman's voice, high and sweet, with a strange music in it, like none that he had ever heard, and a sadness that he thought might break his heart.
That's so sad.
Smaller than Arya, her skin dappled like a doe's beneath a cloak of leaves. Her eyes were queer, large and liquid, gold and green, slitted like a cat's eyes. Her hair was a tangle of brown and red and gold, autumn colors, with vines and twigs and withered flowers woven through it. And he knows immediately that she is a child of the forest. And the woman is like, yeah, that's the first men named us children. The giants called us Wodak Nagran, the squirrel people, because we were small and quick and fond of trees. But we're no squirrels, no children. Our name in the true tongue means those who sing the song of earth. Before your old tongue was ever spoken, we had sung our songs 10,000 years.
I have a question. What do we know about the Children of the Forest? What did Bran tell us?
Dude, you want me to summarize 5 books?
They don't talk about them that much.
They were
like
there
the
before the first men. So they were the people of Westeros. Like, they are the originals. And then the first men came. And then they were, like, at war. Like, because, you know, they're opposing ideas. But then eventually they made a treaty and they lived happily ever after. But it's not happily ever after. But you know what I mean. And I think the old gods are, like, the children's gods that the first men adopted. And then they lived in harmony for a while until the Andals came, and then they had the Seven, and then they were like, oh, we're going to cut all your trees and kill all your things. And since then, they've kind of been in hiding or like not seen in hundreds of years, basically.
Got it. Slay. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for the recap.
I'm sure I got something wrong, but I don't care because the gist is there, you know?
Good. Okay. Slay.
Okay, now she says the giants called us Wodak-Nagran. Like, she says the thing in the giants' language, but like for her language, she just calls it the true tongue and says what it means. She never like actually says what it is.
Right. That's true.
It's a little weird. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, say our name in the true tongue is blank, 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 and it means who's those who sing the Song of Earth. So, like, we don't know what they're, like, what are you called then?
Right.
So, but I think maybe that's part of the point, is that they're so one with the earth that they don't have, like, a separate identity. And, like, she doesn't have a name unless she needs one, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
What's interesting is that she speaks the common tongue because she was born in the time of dragons, and for 200 years she walked the world of men to watch and listen and learn. Mm-hmm. And then she says, I might be walking still, but my legs were sore and my heart was weary, so I turned my feet for home. So she's been alive for 200 years.
200 years?
No.
Men, they are the children. That was good.
Yeah, 200 years she walked the world of men. So we don't know exactly how long she has stopped walking the world of men. Like, she might be 400, 500, 800 years old, like, you know?
Right. Oh my god.
But I was born in the time of the dragon. I guess, like, does that mean Aegon, the Conqueror dragon? Or, like, when dragons were around? Or when the Targaryens were in power? So...
Right, because there's this... Yeah, you're right, because it could be like, I was born recently when there were dragons, or I was born when dragons first showed up.
Yeah, at least 200-something years.
Right.
And, like, Aegon the Conqueror was, like, 300 years ago, so, like, is she 300 years old, or... Yeah, it's unclear. But, yeah. And so she's like, we gotta go, this is the way. And Bran's like, yeah, but the ranger, because Cold Hands hasn't come in, and he's worried that they'll kill him. And she's like, yeah, no, they killed him a long time ago.
Oh my god. Ugh.
So Mira's like, are we gonna go see the three-eyed crow? And this girl's like, yeah, we're seeing the green seer. And they start walking, and it's very, like, cramped and twisty, and Bran keeps hitting his head on roots, and it's like this underground tunnel system, and clearly there's like a huge grove of weirwoods growing above them, and in the shadows, like the weirwood roots look like they're snakes, so they get freaked out for a second, but then they realize it's just roots.
Bro, and it was so heartbreaking, because at one point, like, Jojen kind of wakes up, and he's like, oh, Mira, where are we? And then he sees the fire, and he's like, oh, thank God, I had the weirdest dream. And I'm like, no, you're still there, buddy. Yeah. You're still dying in the middle of the winter.
We don't know what his dream was, though.
I'm assuming the strange dream was...
Egg, I dreamed I was old, but maybe it was, like, I don't know.
I feel like it's pretty strong that it's like he had the dream of all the craziness, and then he's like, oh, I'm just chilling in a cave.
Yeah. But he is a green dreamer or
right.
Something.
So his dreams
could be something
cool
else.
Things. He ain't got ordinary dreams.
Yeah, maybe he saw himself like actually dying, and then he came back and he's like, I'm not dead.
Can you see normal dreams even though you can also see green dreams?
Dude, I don't know.
Okay. Jojen, come tell us.
This whole network of tunnels is huge, and there's caverns that are as large as the Great Hall of Winterfell.
That's wild. Ain't no way.
Bran passing through this is reminded of, because there's like, he can see other eyes watching him, eyes of other children of the forest.
Yeah.
And he's reminded of Gendel's children, which is one of the first times where something is just thrown out there and not like got into full detail.
Yeah.
And I had to go back and remind myself what it is. This is like a king in the north that tried to go under the wall through a network of tunnels and was defeated. So he went back under the tunnels to try to run from it, but then got lost. And there's this legend that his descendants still live in the tunnels and like have a whole society there.
Oh my god.
So this is kind of given that.
Yeah.
And at one point the passage is littered with bones. And I know that it's like, you know, you come from the earth, you go back to the earth and all of that, but you can't like just keep the passageways clear, dude.
Please,
Like,
you can't have a whole cleaning staff?
I'm not even saying cleaning staff. Just put the bones in a place where you don't need to pass through them.
Well, what if you could need to pass through all of, like, I'm assuming it's all, like, connecting areas, right? Like, where are they going to put them?
In one of the caverns in a corner? Like,
sure.
I don't know. This was weird. I mean, it's to set the vibes. I get it. But I was just kind of like, do they... Like, do you need to return to the earth right where you died? Can't you just, like, be moved 5 meters to the left? Like,
well, I don't think... Do you think this is all, like, right where they died? Like, all of these people died in one spot? Like...
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like, but why is this where they've chosen to store the bones?
Well, maybe this is a passage they're not using that much. Like, they're just using it right now.
Maybe. You know? I'll give you that. Okay, and yeah, there's like ravens, and some of the bones have been there for so long that roots are growing through them. Eventually, they like basically go down a slide, like kind of a slide, and end up in a place where they can hear an underground river like far below them, and there's like a little bridge, and Bran's like, I hope we don't have to cross that because we are definitely falling off. And turns out they don't, because the three-eyed crow is behind where they're standing, and it is quite a sight. Do you want to tell us can you sum it up for us, what you see, what they see?
Like who the three-eyed crow is?
Who it is, what he looks like what's going on.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain this. Okay, I'm going to do my best. He's like sitting on a throne, and the throne is weirwood. And then he is like very like old and skeletal and like wiry and white. And like Bran at first is like, oh, this is literally a corpse, right? Yeah, he's very much like one with the weirwood, one with the earth, like
because the roots are literally growing through his legs and shoulders and eye.
Like he kind of is like, I feel like he's got a day before he just becomes a weirwood, like you know, and then like he's like like it just like I feel like he's the human form of a weirwood. Barely human anymore.
Okay.
You know?
Take us through this interaction, and then we'll talk.
Okay.
I need water.
Okay. I feel like this is you trying to be like, what did you understand? So I only say that much. But I don't like that, because I like when you say it, because then you might tell me things. Okay.
I'll tell you things just after you tell me the things.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, I don't have any highlights here, so give me a second. No, because I think, you know when you're like just gobbling something up, so you're not stopping to highlight? This is that.
We'll stop and highlight now.
Stop and highlight right now?
Well, no, like for us out loud.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so he's like, are you the three-eyed crow? Which I thought was so direct. Like, I know that he's like 10 at this point, but like still, I was like, or like
I think
8,
he's
I
like
know.
7 or 8, yeah.
So like, I get it. I probably would have said the same thing too, but like, it just felt so like, you're just gonna ask him straight up.
This is giving, okay,
yeah.
Very, very side tangent. Nobody's gonna be interested. Do you know Pammi Bai, like the singer?
No, I
Punjabi
don't.
singer. Okay, so have you heard that song that's like, like he does that like a lot in his songs?
I have heard it, yes.
Okay. That's like that's a characteristic of like a certain type of Punjabi song.
Yeah.
Folk song. And he does that a lot in his songs. But
Yeah.
anyway, he's a singer. And we were at a wedding for my mom's cousin. Mm-hmm. And my cousin was like 7 or 8, 6 or 7 or something at that point. And Mummy Bai was performing. And he was like next to the stage, like getting ready to perform. And he went up to him and he was like, Uncle, tu Mummy Bai hai? Like so basically cute. Exactly what Bran did to the Three-Eyed Crow. But that is actually so accurate for a kid.
That's so funny. Oh my god. I love that. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. So he's like, are you the Three-Eyed Crow? And he's like, yeah, but he only has one eye and his eye's red. Like, Bran's kind of getting confused. And yeah, like even his second eye is like turning into a root. Like, and the Lord guy is like, a crow? Sure, I used to be. He's like, I've been many things, Bran. Now I am as you see me, and now you'll understand why I couldn't come to you except in dreams. I've watched you for a long time with 1,001 eyes. I saw your birth and your Lord. Oh shit! I forgot about this. Okay, wait. And that of he saw Ned being born, and that of your Lord Father before you. I saw your first step, heard your first word, was part of your first dream. I was watching when you fell, and now you come to me at last, Brandon Stark, that the hour is late. I'm here, only I'm broken. Will you fix my legs? No, that's beyond my powers. And then Brienne, hello. Bran gets sad. He's like, bro, it came such a long way. Like, this was literally the reason that I came to him. And then he's like, you're not gonna walk again, but you can fly.
No, you can, you will.
Yeah. Yes, you will fly.
Okay. So you got nothing from that, did you?
No.
Okay.
What was this?
Right.
Like, am I supposed to know who this is? I thought he was just
we'll get into that. But first, I just want to talk about how adorable it is that Bran still thinks that this was all about him, like being able to walk again.
Yeah. It was very heartbreaking because I forgot that like that was his initial motivation. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, like you're saving the realm, you know, all the things, and I'm like, oh wait, he's 7. He wants to walk again. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I have a couple of thoughts. So first of all, not to like make connections that don't exist.
Sure.
Pale mare?
But how does mare like pale?
I don't know.
But
I don't know. Maybe like, you know, horses are of the earth.
I really thought you were going to say something, but
oh,
wow.
I'm sorry. Okay, well,
all the listeners were like, oh, she's got it, hasn't she? Like, no, and then you just were like, pale mare.
I don't know what I'm supposed to get. Okay,
all right,
okay, that was thought number 1. Thought number 2, is he, okay, the only other thing I can think of, once again, I fear I'm placing meaning where meaning does not exist.
Okay.
But, he's like, yeah, once I was black of garb and black of blood. I'm like, was he like a Night's Watch person? But then I'm like, how did he become a Night's Watch person if he's like a Children of the Forest person? Is he even a Children of the Forest person? I don't know. It just seems like he's way too at one with the earth to not like be a fucking weirwood, you know? But then how was he a black brother? Like, I don't know. Okay. I don't know who or what this is.
All right. What skin the corpse lord showed was white, save for a bloody blotch that crept up his neck onto his cheek. A three-eyed crow should have 3 eyes. He only has 1, and that one red. Once I was black of garb and black of blood. I have watched you for a long time. Watched you with 1,000 eyes and 1.
Blood Raven? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Holy shit. So there was a whole, like, 50th reason for us to read Dunk and Egg?
There's many reasons to read Dunk and Egg.
That's why I said, like, 50th reason.
Yes.
Your, like, plot relevance other than, oh, Brienna's Dunk, you know? What the? No. Hold on.
Can you not cover your mouth while talking and speak into the mic so people can understand?
What?
I love that when you were reading this part, you were like, I watched you with 1,001 eyes. Like, you were just, like, reading it like it's so boring.
Like I just was like, yeah, he's being dramatic. It's dramatic effect. We all do it. Dude, there's no way. This is fucking Bloodraven. And that's why Bloodraven could always fucking see and he was fucking everywhere. Because he's got these powers. If he can just fucking give Bran... But then how's he, like, good now? Or was he always...
He was always
Right, like, he was never, like, evil. We just didn't like him because he was a
dubious character.
Okay, wait, because he, like, fucking... Wait, no, because then he does let Duncan Egg go at the end, right? So it's not like he was evil or anything. Yeah, he just didn't do good things because he would, like, string people up and shit. That's what we didn't like about him, right?
Yeah, he was brutal in his methods of dealing with people.
Got it. Holy shit. Wait. Oh my god.
This is why I brought him up last time when Maester Aemon was like, oh, I've known many good men be bad rulers, but bad men be good rulers.
You're so schemy. You're so schemy. You made that seem so like, I'm trying so hard to
That's what I'm telling you. You need to go back and listen to all my genius, okay?
You're so fucking schemy, you little devious rat.
Don't call me a rat. I don't want to be eaten by Theon.
Dude, this is fucking crazy. Holy shit. Ain't no way. I can't reel with this.
Yeah, so do you remember, like, what happened to Bloodraven, how he might have ended up here? Or do you want me to make those connections?
I don't.
Okay.
I literally do not.
So eventually at some point. Okay, so remember, okay, this is like stuff we've heard from Maester Aemon, okay? So Maester Aemon, Egg becomes king, right? Mm-hmm. And Maester Aemon is like, I'm going to take the black so that there's no question of people wanting me to prop me up against you. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And he talks about how, like, he sent Lord Bloodraven with me to the wall, like, as he was like, as honor and whatever. Mm-hmm. And he became, Bloodraven eventually became the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch at one point. And then he was lost beyond the wall. And he is here now.
Okay. Holy shit. So he would have, like, known Aemon and all of that in, like, multiple contexts. Yeah, like, they would have worked together even after, like, all the stuff. Ayo.
You see why I was excited? Like, dude, not just because of Theon, but...
Oh my god. I wish we could get, like, an Aemon perspective of, like, Bloodraven. So
this is why at the beginning I was like, who was undead? I didn't mean, like, just Theon. I wanted you to also say Bloodraven, but obviously you didn't put that together, so...
Dude. Well, I put it together after you highlighted the important phrases.
When I literally wink, wink...
Hey, you didn't say anything that wasn't... You didn't say anything that wasn't in the text, so...
So why didn't you get it the first time you read it out to us?
I just... You know, I needed a couple rereads. Hey, you didn't say anything, and I take that as a win. I needed you pointing it out for me to actually read the phrase 1,000 eyes in one and be like, oh, shout out, like, flashback, you know?
But also, like, his physical description, like, he's got the blood mark on his cheek. And
yeah, that I didn't remember. When you said that meant nothing to me. That meant nothing to me.
Well, whatever.
It literally, I was like, okay, sure,
but, like, the 1,000 eyes in one is a pretty big giveaway.
You know what? The crow... The black of blood and the 1,000 eyes in one were like, oh yeah, this makes sense. The crow and Black of Garb, I was like, oh, okay. The blood mark, did not remember at all.
That's why he's called Blood Raven, because he's got like a wine stain looking mark.
Yeah, I forgot that. I used to know that. I forgot that. That was gone.
Well, whatever.
Dude, so, this is so cool. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so not only has he like seen these things, it seems like, you know, like magically, but he's actually like physically seen some shit too, like historically.
Yeah.
So what do you think that brings to this story?
I don't even know. I mean, he's got all like the wisdom and shit. Like, he can, like, we need to like prop this. We need to get all the like fucking people who are trying to be kings up in here so they can talk to this guy and he can be like, you think I'm just some guy on the wall or just some guy who looks like a fucking weirwood? No. I was in your position back in the, like, I did these things. I ran this town. Let me tell you, you know, like, we need the wisdom. We need but that's not going to happen. So I think that, like, okay, so Bran's going to fly.
What does that mean?
I think, like, he's going to teach him to, like, warg into all the, like, crows and ravens and shit.
Yeah, but if it's warging, then he is in a similar vein, he can walk as well, like he just did with Hodor.
So then is he gonna, like, fly?
Fly, my pretty... Okay.
Okay, so you're saying he's gonna fly? Like...
Well, I don't know. If I'm asking you if it's, like, more... If it all it is, like, being able to inhabit other, you know, animals and stuff.
Right.
Then that also includes walking. Why? Well, maybe... Is it just because flying sounds more dramatic, so...
I guess I thought it was more like, you know, like how, like he's warging and stuff, but like, or I guess this was an assumption we made. We assumed with like warging, there's like a radius limit,
right?
Like, you know, we were like, you have to be within this radius. So maybe it's like, there's not that limitation because he got to Bran, or maybe you can like extend your radius after years of experience or something, like I don't know, but maybe he's like, I don't know, maybe like with flying you can go farther than you could than if you're warging something that's like walking. Okay. Or maybe like it's also like you will not walk again, Bran, but you will fly.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean it to become a whole thing. I was just kind of, like, curious.
Or maybe it's like, no, you know what I actually think it means? Okay, I think, like, the warging stuff, I think, obviously, he's gonna develop his abilities and girl boss to the moon. But I think what he means is, like, you know how in the Bran dream, he, like, flew over the kingdom or whatever, or, like, he was flying over and he could see everything?
Now might be a good time to go back and read that, because now we've met.
Yes. Okay. I think I shall. Because it's also like, because that's, am I wrong? Or like that would be a form of like does green seeing have to be like what Jojen has? Or is that also kind of like he showed him a green dream, right? Jojen just has
green dreams.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Because they're different. So was that green seeing? Like did the crow show Bran green seeing? Because maybe it's like he's like, I'll teach you to be able to do that, so then he'll be able to be a warg and a green seer sort of thing. Like maybe. I think that's what and I think he means like, because in that dream he was flying too, like, so like it's different, like, oh my god, like he can like look at things from above and like observe, or like go fly to someone, but like mentally. So maybe like that's what he means.
Cool. I like it. The one thing he says is that you're come to me at last, Brandon Stark, though the hour is late. That feels ominous.
I mean, makes sense, bro. Like the whites be whiting, winter be coming, the kings be destroying each other, the realm is dying. There's dragons on the loose now. A dragon on the loose now. Like I think if you can see all the chaos going on in the kingdom, this is an appropriate thing to say.
Cool. All right. Well, Okay. I mean, what can I even get you to? So you think he's gonna learn like warging and green seeing from Bloodraven? And that's it. Like anything else to add to that? Like I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, that's fair enough.
yeah, I don't know. This is so abstract. Like, I don't know, like, oh, they're gonna go to the Hill of the First Men and they're gonna practice. Like, I don't know what they're gonna
Fist
do.
of the First Men, the Hill of the Okay. I think where they are might be the Hill of the First Men.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least it's like the Hill of the Children of the Forest.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad we finally met a child of the forest person.
Yes. It's
These
been
people are-
like
These people are so
foreshadowed for so long. Like from like
Yes.
chapter 1, literally. It's like,
Yes.
Nan told me about them children of the forest. And now
Yes.
here they are.
Old Nan really was the OG.
Also, speaking of old Nan, last we heard is that Ramsay captured all the women from Winterfell and took them back to the Dreadfort. Does that mean old Nan is at the Dreadfort?
I think so. Probably.
Does that mean we'll see old Nan?
Oh my god, maybe.
Oh, I both want that to be true and not.
Right. You're like, let her rest in peace. Nothing good can come out of seeing her again.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. I think we really did talk everything out. So next chapters, we're reading 2. Give me your hopes and predictions.
Okay, well, I want to see Bran again because what the fuck is happening?
See, now this is probably the first time in the 5 books that you've been like, I want to see Bran.
Well, yeah, because now he's fucking doing shit.
Yeah, this is.
Well, because now it's not about him anymore. That's why I want to see him. Yeah. So Bran, I want to see Bran. I want to see Jon and Bran.
Well, neither of those.
Okay.
So we're reading chapters 14 and 15. Chapter 14 is Tyrion.
Oh, yeah.
He just met Griff. They were going to Volantis.
What did I say was going to happen?
I don't remember exactly.
I think whatever I said before.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, I think like they're getting there. They're doing their thing. I was worried it was all a trap, or maybe things are going to go wrong. I don't know.
Okay. What about Davos? Oh, wait, I should say next it's Davos. I forgot. I just short-circuited there for a second.
Wow, so excited to see Davos, huh?
Of course I am.
Oh my god. Oh, well, we'll
While
see
I have
Davos. Well, we're gonna. I don't. Davos is not fucking dying.
I was waiting for you to call me a gaslighter.
Davos is not fucking dying. And I've been saying that. He was, I think, the only one where I never let you convince me that he was dying. And now I'm fully, absolutely. If I was doubling down before, I'm quadrupling down now.
Okay, well, that'll be very interesting when it does happen. So
he's not dying, bro. He's not dead. You're just a gaslighter.
All right, so if he's not dying in this chapter, what is he doing?
Okay, he's going to the other place to find the person.
That is, you are talking like my mom. She'll be like, get me that thing from over there. And you just have to guess what the thing is and from where she means.
Okay, hold on. What was he doing again? I literally don't remember.
He was on the Sisters, and the guy was like, I'll let you go on to White Harbor, but
don't
tell anybody you were here if you lose.
Yes. He's going to White Harbor to convince the Manderleys.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what he's doing. And he's
so
going to
he will actually
meet
the Manderleys.
Yes, he's going to meet them, and he's such a girl boss. What about the
Frey situation there?
He'll just make it through. He has aura, you know? He'll just make it through with his aura.
Sorry, were you going to say anything else?
He's going to convince them because he's a girl boss, and he's going to convince them so well, and Cersei's going to fuck up so badly, even by the time he gets there, that it's going to be like, they're going to be like, sure, we'll go along with your plan, and then they're going to give that fake news to Cersei, and then Davos is going to be alive, and then they're going to trap the people who come to say hi to them.
Okay.
From Cersei's side. Like, not to say hi, whatever Cersei sent them for, you know?
Cool. All right, then. We will... That's everything.
You know what I'm realizing? There's so many mysteries I'm just never gonna know. Cersei's paintings. What the fuck was that about? Or Littlefinger's paintings.
Yeah, not
Tapestries.
Not
Not paintings. Please, why did I say paintings? Or no, wasn't there also a plotline with paintings? Wasn't the tapestry and painting plotline separate? No? Okay.
I don't remember any
I'm going wild. Okay,
like,
never mind.
Like the
That's
tapestries have not paintings, but like depict. They could depict scenery, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just feel like there's so many things I'm never gonna know.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. So, folks, as you know, send us emails. Our email is popculturesymposium@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram @popculturesymposium. Join the Discord. Link is in the show notes, as always. There was something about emails that I wanted to say.
Get them in early?
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, no, not necessarily. Like, send them when you want. If you want us to read them with a specific chapter, just put the chapter in the subject so that we know. And if you're sending something about, like, in reaction to what we said, just remind us what we said, because it will likely have been like months by the time we actually read that email. Like, in the email, just be like, in this episode you said this, and this is my response to that, you know? Like, whereas now, if it was like something we said last episode, likely we'll remember it, but honestly, knowing me, that's even questionable. So
oh my god.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this chapter and all my evilness and Harmut's cluelessness, and more to come. More to come. That's all I can say.
Oh my god.
Anything to add?
I'm chillin'. You are all villains.
Well, until next time, farewell, my friends.
Talk to you later.